are so lucky to be here in this playing ground where the impact of the president only has so much impact on you, because the reality is we are dramatically, and I mean dramatically, more in control of our lives than the media pounds down our throats. And so I hope if anything, whether you're 16 or 97 and you leave here tonight, you understand how unbelievable our opportunity is to play in this ecosystem. What I want to talk about tonight is a couple of things. One, we are living through the greatest era of communication change that we've lived through since the printing press. And regardless of what you do in here, it is going to impact you tremendously over the next decade, because it's already impacted so much over the last decade. And so for me, that is a very important thing. But before I go into the tactics that I want to bring to everybody so you bring home something tangible, I want to start with something that I've been spending a lot of time with and haven't really expanded outside of the content that I've put on the internet. So on stage tonight, I thought a really interesting thing to talk about would be self-awareness. If I could spend 2 to 3 minutes with all of you and make you understand that self-awareness is probably the single most important thing that you can spend time on for your outcome, for your future life, it would be so exciting to me if hundreds or thousands of people left here today and started really realizing who they actually were. We're living in an era, and we have forever, where people have sold us on the optics of what we should be, where we should go. Let me tell you a story about myself. It's really funny. I got an email earlier today, or yesterday, from a friend of mine, Jay, that I went to college with, who works with Carolyn, who I went to high school with. Are you guys here? Can you guys stand up? Can I find you? Get up. There they are. Can we clap it up for my homies? What's funny is both of them know how bad of a student I really was. And what's really interesting to me on that is both of them also know that for some reason at a very young age, I was extremely self-aware. I knew exactly who I was, and I was able to bet on my strengths. I think that when I think back to my life and the story of my life and what I really want to impose on others to be able to navigate through is I was lucky enough to have a mother who instilled so much self-esteem into my body, I was able to navigate through the universe of not worrying about what everybody else thought about me. And what I've really, to be very frank with you, I've come to realize over the last year or so that I feel so much guilt, just general guilt, that I had it so good that A, I came from nothing, which is a massive advantage. Can the immigrants raise their hands in this room? Let's clap it up for these people that have a major advantage. We're lucky. One thing immigrants realize is how good it really is. So I had that, I had nothing, and then I had a mom that did all the right things for me and made me feel so phenomenal. And so basically I've come to realize, I've been asking myself over the last year, like, why am I producing so much content? What am I really doing here? And I've come to realize that I have so much guilt inside of me for having it so good that I want to use my content, that if I can play the role that my mom played for me, for anybody in this room, then I've accomplished anything that I could ever dream for. Because look, there's a lot of people that are gonna make money. But to me, the most important thing is how you make your money, not how much you make. And what I realize, thanks Mom, and what I realize is that we live in an era now where we can all document and create content around these narratives and communicate in a different world.